Dan's coming to get you, take you to the airport?
Yeah, he's on his way right now. We're just going to hang out here for a little bit. But.
All right. Now you know your father and I would be very proud of you no matter what you did. And he planned to come to Philadelphia and visit with you, take you in a Yankees game.
I appreciate that, but we've already had this discussion, and now is certainly not the time to have it again. You know what? Dad can wear this hat instead of the Yankees hat.
All right.
Okay.
And we know you love nature.
Mm-hmm. Mom, I love you. I'll call you from Saskatchewan every night. Is Dad still watching his movie?
Yeah, he's out there. Yeah.
Okay.
Fire! That was too close for comfort. Turn 20 degrees to starboard, Captain. Shoot! Fire!
Talk to her, put it all out on the table, and no guessing.
I don't even know how I broached the subject.
What's up, Dan?
Hey, there's my Canuck.
You want to grab a beer before we take off?
Yeah, I'll take one, I guess.
All right, I'll grab it.
Don't tell her about this kind of thing.
No.
This is what.
Secret safe with me.
This is one of the things that bothers her. It's only one though. It's not hurting anybody. Wouldn't kill her to have one either though. All right, see you later, Mrs. F.
Bye-bye.
You serious about this Alaska thing though?
It's Saskatchewan, and yeah, dead serious.
You know, I was gonna come to Philly, man. I was gonna go to that first Sabres Flyers game with you. Could have been those guys pissing off all the Flyers fans. Would have been great.
I never would have fitted out there at some stuffy business program. It's not me. I've never been a suit and tie guy. This is actually weird for me right now.
Weird for everyone. I mean, are you kidding me? You would have owned that grad program.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure about it. I'm sure about Canada.
You trying to convince me or yourself? I mean, Saskatchewan, really? That's where Don Cherry's from, isn't it? Makes the whole place kind of ridiculous, yeah, it's me.
It's not ridiculous, man. This is my life. It's what I'm about to do. Getting on that plane will completely shape who I am. And the great thing is, for the first time in my life, I know what shape I want my life to take. I can finally tell you what I want and don't want out of life.
Should have given it more thought.
Dan, I know what I want. I have a clearly defined vision of myself. I want everything that isn't what I've got. I mean, you've got Courtney. You two will probably get married. You're happy. I want that. I want to know that where I'll be in 20 years is somewhere that'll be happy. And Philly just it wasn't going to get me to happiness.
10 years ago, if I asked you if you'd ever imagined you'd be here, would you have said yes? I mean, no one knows where they're going to be in 20 years.
You know when someone throws a cigarette out of their car window at night and explodes into sparks in the road?
Yeah?
Think about it. You got that cigarette. It smolders, just smolders. It's completely unremarkable. But then it gets tossed. And it hits the still air at 70 miles an hour. For the next few seconds, it's the most beautiful thing in the universe. For that brief, fleeting moment where it lights up like a goddamn supernova. What if I'm that cigarette, but I just smolder? I sit there in Philly, in my cubicle. I just smolder. I never make it out of the window. I never had my moment of greatness. I would never forgive myself.
Listen to yourself. You're comparing yourself to a cigarette? Look, you could be some glorified Ranger Rick in Canada, sure, but why when you could join one of the top business programs in the country in Philly? I mean, you don't need someone to light you on fire and throw you out of a car window in Canada to have some fleeting moment of greatness.
Look, Dan, you're my best friend. But I didn't just think about this decision. I let it consume me. And then finally I made it. I made this decision about my life. And that right there is why it can't be the wrong decision. Besides, there are no wrong decisions, only different ones. I'm finally in control of what I do. And letting this decision control me, that is the wrong decision. I'm going to go to Canada. I'm going to do what I love. I might even find a girl.
Yeah, some hairy Paul Bunyan-looking lumberjack chick who can tell you way too much about how to make maple syrup. Have fun with her.
All right, we got to get going. I want to stop at that jewelry store, too, before we hit the airport.
For what?
If I meet said girl, I want to have a few nice gifts up my sleeve.
Paul, you are the corniest piece of shit I will ever meet.
I want to get something that says, "Hey, I'm Paul."
Why don't you just say, hey, I'm Paul?
You know, it's hard getting a gift for a potential individual while potentially meet and potentially give these to.
Sounds like you need something with potential then.
This. What do you think?
Looks like something a businesswoman in Philadelphia would wear. No, that's good.
Oh, I'm sailing away, my all true love. Oh, I'm sailing away in the morning. Is there something I can send you from across the sea?